Hello, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 51 of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Last time, we finished up our investigation of the Grand Tower. Lang started suspecting Judge Courtney. We basically proved that she couldn't have pushed Huang off the roof of the Grand Tower because apparently she met with him there. And now, basically, we're hearing about John going to the film line, and that apparently Gordy was present.
That's right. I was really surprised. After all, John is the boy who can communicate with Mozilla.
Yeah, that's right. Them horns off, he's let him hear what the monster's saying, right?
Even so, he was looking at Gordy's face and he was talking to it. It was like they were friends. Doesn't that sound weird?
You said, sister, that's pretty down straight, I reckon. That boy's a little traitor. It seems she's gone reality mixed up with the movies. Hey, Missy. Do you really see that? Did you really see that?
Yes, but I was so shocked I immediately ran home after that.
What do you make of this, Mr. Prosecutor? Has another monster taken the stage? Agent Lang, do you really believe this absurd testimony? I couldn't care less about the monsters. However, it looks like who we need to talk to next has been decided now, hasn't it? John Marsh. He was there last night. It's very likely he saw something, isn't it? Attaboy! I'm gonna tear his ass a new one. No one calls me old and gets away with it. John Marsh, we've got some questions for you. Oh yeah, it's payback time, Lang style. Lang says, revenge is a dish best served hot.
John's kind of left a while ago.
What?
Let's go after him.
Yes, let's get him. Let's beat his ass with a crowbar. Grand Tower. Where did he run off to? He might have just gone back home.
That's right. I mean, it doesn't look like they're gonna get any filming done today.
Or he may have run away. He knows what he's dealing with. He knows the power of Lang Z.
Aren't you just overthinking things?
He's still a child. I can't imagine he could have murdered the president by himself. Oh, don't you underestimate that child. He insulted me. He insulted Lang Z. If he insults my feather boa, next thing you know, he's gonna be insulting my feather boa. Who said he was alone? Maybe the monster helped him. Damn, Lang just really wants to tear John's ass a new one. No one insults Lang and gets away with it. That boy gets some of the monster to his aid, right? I am really starting to think that Lang is just this big Mozilla fan. He loves Mozilla. He runs the fan club. Very funny. I'm not saying that kid's definitely the culprit, but right now he's the most prominent witness we have, so we'll need to find that brat. Mr. Edgeworth!
Got me!
Forgive me, Mr. Edgeworth! I repent my sins to thee!
He ran away!
What is the detective doing? It doesn't matter. It's not like I can rely on this country's police anyways. Agent Lang, do you intend to continue investigating by yourself? Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with that?
Didn't you always have a small army of subordinates with you before?
That's right. But you know, being a lone wolf isn't all that bad. You don't have to worry about your subordinates or partners. All you need are your fangs. Simple, right? Subordinates and partners. Well then, I'll be seeing you too. Things are getting interesting. I reckon I'm about to get real busy myself. After all, I got me a pair of monsters to hunt. I definitely get my hands on this scoop. And then live weekend at Bernie's Run.
These have gotten pretty crazy, haven't they?
Indeed, there's the footprints of Mozilla and now the shadow of Gordy. It's almost exactly like the movies.
How about we go monster hunting too?
Yes, Monster Hunter Ace Attorney. Yes, though really, when Generations get introduced that Ace Attorney DLC, I was disappointed that they only gave a Phoenix Wright Palico costume and an objection sign weapon. Really, that could have done so much. Heck, the Thinker as a hammer, that would have been cool. The Thinker hammer, it has a 0.0001% chance of killing the monster in one hit.
How about we go monster hunting too?
Well, isn't that?
Is that one of Lang's men?
He's one of Agent Lang's subordinates. We met him during another case. Excuse me. Oh, Prosecutor Edgeworth. It has been a while.
Shouldn't you be following Mr. Lang?
Agent Lang, Shifu is no longer my boss. What exactly happened? Do you remember the incident from 1 month ago? It was 2 weeks ago! The Yadagarasu incident we had been involved with? Agent Lang made a major mistake back then. He almost aided and abetted a dangerous criminal. Certainly, it had come quite close to that at the time. Shifu took responsibility for what happened, and our team was disbanded.
Disbanded?
So that's what Agent Lang was talking about when he said he had become a lone wolf.
Then why are you here?
Well, I was a little worried about Shifu. It seems that even now, he's still chasing after them. The ghosts of 12 years past. Ghosts of 12 years past? Just where are you? I'm sorry, I've already said too much. If you'll excuse me. These ghosts Agent Lang is chasing after, do they also have something to do with this case?
Looks like everyone's left now, so what do we do now?
Well, Miss Hart is going after the monsters and Agent Lang is going after John. We should also try approaching this case from a different angle.
What angle would that be?
We should listen to what Judge Courtney has to say.
Ah, that's right, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Courtney is...
Well then, I shall take my leave here. I will be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial.
She said that she had a trial coming up.
Yes, because it's not like Justine is biased in any way. It's not like she was there. She was helping the prosecutor who was trying to get Simon Keyes arrested. Not to mention Sebastian just basically being obviously biased towards the prosecutor. Indeed, let's head to the courthouse as well.
Hey!
Okay, going to the courthouse. To be continued. We completed the first beginning part. Yay. And Ray is the defense attorney, as you can see. Yes, because this is not a stack trial in any way, shape, or form. It's not like, really, though, you'd think that Patricia, she would be refusing to have Ray as her defense attorney. I mean, for God's sake, he was part of the team that got her arrested! Furthermore, why would Ray want to take it? He knows that she's clearly guilty! What, John get her all sentence? Did she bribe him with cake and perfume? Is it because she's the only girl who gave him a hug? And Franziska's the prosecutor. They bring Franziska in. Yes, oh my gosh, do you think that Ray would be a little more... Yeah, but one thing is... Yeah, you'll see Ray when Ray's there. Court is now in session. Is the defense ready? Of course, Your Honor. We can begin whenever you want. Do you think that Ray would be a little less, cheery looking? I mean, considering that he's going against Manfred's daughter in court. Got a fake autopsy report, Francie? The prosecution has been ready from the start, Your Honor. Joe Crane, the attorney in charge of the defense, has passed on from this trial. Furthermore, Sebastian, the prosecutor in charge, has disappeared. And so, Franziska and Mr. Shields have taken over their duties. Before we begin, I would like to apologize for the delay of today's trial. As the crime took place in the prison, a place where justice is normally administered, and the defendant was the warden of the prison, further exasperating the situation. Additional time was specifically arranged to investigate and prepare for the trial. In addition, the defense attorney in charge of the case, Joe Crane, has recently passed away. Due to these circumstances, the trial was further delayed. Mr. Shields, Miss Von Karma, at this time, I'd like to give you my gratitude for taking up this responsibility on short notice. I guess it's the last job Courtney Pie's friend left behind for us, huh? Well, Uncle Ray's more than happy to help out. Though on one condition, as long as that little demon girl doesn't have a fake autopsy report. Although having said that, I only haven't had enough time to skim through the case files. You were on the investigation, Ray! You don't need the case files! Are you okay on your end, Fanny Pie? Yes, I love how just Ray, he's like, damn you, Edgeworth. In case 2, in prison turnaround, he's like, damn you, Edgeworth, for taking up the Von Karma Cree. And then all of a sudden, he sees Manfred's daughter. He's like, hey, Fanny Pie. He's already going to nicknames. He doesn't care that this is the daughter of the man who killed his mentor. What kind of prosecutor abandons his own case and vanishes without a trace? I won't allow any more delays in the trial while we wait for that foolish man to return. I have received the evidence just now. There should be no problem continuing the trial. And then Ray, oh great, she forged it. She did something to it. She did something to it. I'm sorry, my Ray voice sounded like Lang. I've done too much Lang today. You have my thanks. And with that, I hereby call the defendant, Patricia, rolling to the stand. Now then, will the prosecution please give us their opening statement? Very well, Your Honor. The defendant... Please wait, Your Honor. What is it? Well, there's something I'd like you to fill me in on. And just what exactly am I doing in a place like this? Then perhaps you would do well to listen to the opening statement. So if I listen to it, I'll get it, huh? Okay then, let's hear it. That was the plan from the start. Now, if you would kindly listen up, the incident occurred in the detention center, and the prison Warren Rowland is in charge of. The victim is Horace Knightley, who is being held in the detention center. The prosecution is certain that this woman here is the culprit. This knife, the murder weapon, is the decisive evidence. Huh? Miss Von Karma, is something wrong? That's impossible! The evidence is... What's wrong with the evidence, Franny Pie? What, does it prove that the defendant's innocent? The evidence! The knife's gone! The chisel with Token's bell attached to it is missing too! What? Order! Prosecutor Von Karma, what is the meaning of this? I don't understand either, Your Honor! If there's no evidence, then I suppose there's not much reason for me to be here. Some prosecutor can't even hold on to one little piece of evidence. What a dunce. I only received everything that the previous prosecutor had. Ah! It appears the culprit is that pampered prosecutor, the boy Blunder. Hey, I put all the evidence in a blue bin. It had triangle. So I think it was good. Hey, Corny Pie. What is it? Your Honor, considering our predicaments, let's say we postpone the trial until later. Uncle Ray's getting paid. Uncle Ray's happy. Overruled. The defense's proposal is overruled. Huh? Corny Pie. I know, right? It'd be troubling for me if this trial were to be delayed any further. I just want everyone to know that I'm innocent as soon as possible. Objection. Innocent? I've had more than enough of your foolish... And besides, you don't have any evidence, right? I recall someone saying, in court, evidence is everything. Wasn't it? Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Yana? That is correct. Eh? What? The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland. Objection. Hold your horses, Courtney Pie. You can't just declare her innocent all of a sudden. Is something the matter? For the defense to object to a not guilty verdict. I'm not her. I don't play dirty like that. Well, I mean, even you must know that the warden over there is guilty, right? You were there. You saw that alligator. You were there with us when we found the murder weapon. Mr. Shields, a judge must remain impartial when handing down a verdict. In which case, why not get the case to another judge? That is why I cannot allow myself to get caught up in my own personal feelings. The person who was present when the murder weapon was discovered, and the judge sitting before you now are two completely different people. Except when you're trying to except when at the crime scene, when you were in the courtyard, when she was basically like, court is in session. You're kidding, right? I can only hand down a verdict based on the evidence that was presented. There is evidence! It's just, well, it's not here right now, but a few minutes, that's all I need. I'll find the evidence and return to court without fail. The prosecution requests a brief recess, Your Honor. The defense would also like a recess, Your Honor. Courtney Pie, please. I understand. I shall grant your request. Well, Justine, darling, aren't you wishy-washy today? This court will now adjourn for a 15-minute recess, during which the prosecution and the defense shall prepare for the resumption of the trial. Understood, Your Honor. Phew, that was a close one. Court is now adjourned. April 6th, 11:30 a.m. Yes.
Didn't we find it together, the evidence?
Yes, we certainly did. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It looks like the metal detectors reacted to this alligator.
Really? Why?
Of course, that's why the metal detector reacted. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this. The chisel?
Wasn't that just the fake murder weapon?
Dogan hit this chisel inside his dog's mouth. And the real murder weapon was hidden in very much the same way. The real murder weapon is in the pond, inside the alligator. I wonder if
it was stolen by someone.
Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, sorry, wrong voice. That was Gumshoe. Miss Barry, Mr. Keys, did you come to attend the trial?
I came because I heard a really funny show around here. So where is it?
The trial for the case I got caught up in was supposed to have already started, but our practice ran a little late. I believe it was somewhere around here, wasn't it?
Actually, 2 pieces of evidence have gone missing. The chisel and the knife. The trial's in recess now. It's sort of like an intermission. You just missed it, Simon.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
It looked like Simon's gonna get arrested again. Eek! No, wait, I can't. I guess Simon is his usual noisy self. Huh?
To think that would be humiliated like this! Franziska's just being the door down! And here comes another nosy individual. Now, Franny Pie, let's just take a moment and calm down a bit. Maybe you can put that whip of yours away. What do you say? That foolish prosecutor, when I get my hands on him, my whip is going to give him the thrashing of a lifetime! Eek! Miles, why don't you try talking to her? Why don't you try talking to her? I'm not enough like your father, Miles. I'm not going in that elevator with her. Good grief. On that note, I guess I should probably hear what she has to say. The legendary drinking fountain. Drink from the drinking fountain of magic, Franziska. There's a notice posted by this water fountain. Step on the pedal to enjoy amazingly delicious water, however. Once it starts flowing, it will never stop again, so please be prepared. So this fountain is basically out of service.
Alright, let's do this. Are you prepared?
Calm yourself, Kay. Oh, we can examine the bench. It's a whole leather sofa.
Yeah, the leather's full of holes.
Indeed, it's a whole leather sofa after all. I feel there was a contradiction somewhere in this conversation. Compendium of
laws for beginner, huh? I wonder if I could even read them. Huh, it looks like volume 1 is currently out on loan. I bet we didn't start with the first volume. Otherwise, the story won't make sense.
Okay, I hate to ruin it for you, but law books don't have a story to them. During the recess, no one may enter the courtroom.
Really? No one can get in?
Like I said, during the recess, no one may enter the courtroom.
But if no one can go in, no one can resume the trial, and we'll be stuck in recess forever.
No! You're right! We're all doomed!
Mr. Edgeworth, did you like how I pointed out that contradiction just now?
I don't think you'll gain any useful information by pressing the bailiff.
It's a mod of the courthouse! It's made really well!
There's something written on the information panel. Press the button to activate robot transformation sequence. Reservation required to view the transformation show. Please inquire at front desk. Small courthouse. Transforms into a robot?
Mr. Edgeworth,
she's unusually quiet. I thought she'd make a fuss about wanting to see it.
If the model can transform, does that mean this courthouse can also?
Okay, I assure you that isn't possible. But perhaps there's more to this courthouse than meets the eye. Yes, giant transforming courthouse.
Mr. Edgeworth, where do you think that we're going?
No, I wasn't going anywhere. I was just examining the door.
I see. It's the #1 rule of the Great Thief. Ensure your escape route. Good thinking. If you want to become the Yardgrass assistant, all you have to do is ask. Since it's you, I'll let you skip the written exams and skills test. I'll hire you on the spot.
That's quite all right. I appreciate the sentiment. Yes, Edgeworth wants to be part of this group. Oh, if it isn't former prosecutor Miles Edgeworth.
Franziska.
Those who have abandoned the path of a prosecutor do not belong here. You're now like that guy. Now be a good boy and go home. Figure out what you want to do with your life. Is that supposed to be a replacement for your prosecutor's badge? It certainly suits you, Miles Edgeworth.
Hold it! This badge does mean way more than that, Mr. Edgeworth.
When did you become When did this become a competition? Miles Edgeworth! Unlike you, I am actually busy. I don't have time to look at something like that. Why don't you just look at that evidence again by yourself? She is certainly as harsh as ever. Okay. Sorry. I want to present the Grand Tower. Kate Faraday, have you had any problems with your memory since your recovery?
Nope, I remember everything perfectly now, including how I secretly wanted to steal a closer look at your whipping technique.
Interesting. If you want to see that badly, I'll show it to you.
Ah! Why me?
Yeah.
So close. I felt like I was almost about to see through it. One more time, Ms. Malkara. Show it to me one more time, pretty please.
Very well, since you asked so politely. Could you two please stop this at once, pretty please? No! Okay. Keep. Okay. Yeah, but that's just wonderful. Just Franziska trying to be just a good friend by whipping Edgeworth. She kills two birds with one stone. Still, what are you going to do, Franziska? The recess is only 15 minutes. Grr! You're always so calm and collected. Like an anchorman reading off a teleprompter. It makes me sick. I should probably stay classy and avoid a confrontation with her for now. Franziska, I never expected you to end up taking over the prosecution for this case. The bodyguard of the president of Zhangfa, Horst Knightley, was murdered. The defendant is the former warden of the prison, Patricia Rowland. The knife she used as the murder weapon had been prepared as evidence. However, the murder weapon has disappeared without a trace. Not only did he abandon his own case, but he also made me look like a fool in court. It's just like Felix right all over again. Don't say his name, Franziska! Felix just was what the? Why am I here? Damn it, Franziska, you said his name! The next time I see that foolish fool of a prosecutor, I'll whip some backbone into him. I don't mind if you whip some backbone to him. I'll stop whipping innocent bystanders. Okay, looks like you got your memories back.
Yeah, I'm all better now.
Uncle Ray was really worried, you know. Though that other Kay was also pretty cute. She actually went to hug Uncle Ray. Well then, now that you've recovered, how about a hug for old time's sake?
No! We need to focus on the trial right now.
I want to focus on that trial too, but I need a hug to hug Kate. Okay, I need a hug. Yeah, things were looking good. That's really bad. You like it? I'm sure it would look great on you, Miles. This is Kay's treasure. I couldn't possibly wear it. Ah, I see. Rightio then. I guess there's no other choice. At this rate, the only thing left for you to wear is a defense attorney's badge. No! I fell right into his trap! Getting Kay involved in an incident like that is inexcusable. Well, I guess the only good news is that my sweet little Kay got her memory back.
My memory? I'm sorry. Somehow I don't remember your name.
What? Kay! You sound serious. Don't tell me you've really forgot about Uncle Ray. Oh, how could you? Well then, how about a hug to cheer me up?
No! Gotcha! It was just a joke, Mr. Shields. Thank you so much for everything you did for me when I was released.
Well, if you really if you want to show me your appreciation, why don't you hug Uncle Ray? Geez, give me a break. Well then, how about a hug for relief?
No!
It's true. I've fallen back into their old routine. This. Basically, yeah. Okay, nothing. The trial. At any rate, we'll have to search for the evidence. But we can't interrupt the trial. Uncle Ray's a pickle. If only there was someone who could find the evidence for us. That look of expectation on your face is it all. Miles, you still don't have your prosecutor's badge, right? Did you finally feel like following your father's footsteps?
I simply left it in someone else's care. I wasn't stripped of my badge. Furthermore, right now I am unable to follow in my daddy's footsteps.
I see. Well, there's no need to rush your decision. Take all the time you need to determine the path that you want to follow. In any case, the door is always open for you at the Edgeworth law offices.
Mr. Shields?
If only there was someone who could go searching for the evidence for us.
Very well, I'll go look for them.
Oh, Miles, you would do that for us?
Of course, finding the evidence within 15 minutes will be no easy task.
Well, sorry, I had to adjust. Well, if worse comes to worse, Uncle Ray and Franny Pie will help you solve for time. Until you recover the evidence, we won't let her hand down a verdict.
Please do so. Franziska, are you okay with this?
You're asking me, Franziska von Karma, to help you out. You'd be better off spending the rest of your life as an anchorman for the local news. What is it with Franziska's obsession with anchormen on the news? Miss von Karma, this is an emergency. We could really use your cooperation. I understand. As acting prosecutor, I, along with that attorney over there, shall continue this trial. Meanwhile, you, the former prosecutor, shall run around and look for the evidence. All for my sake. It's a job that suits you perfectly.
I'm glad you're on board.
I'll help out too, cause I really don't want to get arrested again.
That's like fun. Martina wants to tag along too. Martina's possessed by the demons. All right, that'll be helpful. Now then, where shall we begin? I think we should go find that person and hear what they have to say.
Who should we talk to in order to find where the evidence went? Yes, and Sebastian's right here. The one thing that's kind of odd is that if you look at Franziska and Sebastian, you can tell that they have oddly similar shaped heads. It's strange. Yes, we gotta talk to Simon! Lang! Come shoot! Yes, we gotta talk to Sebastian, yes.
Yes, the person in charge of the evidence was Sebastian DeVest.
Ah, you mean that rookie prosecutor, right? Got it.
I'll leave him to you.
Alrighty, time for Uncle Ray to have a strategy meeting with the opposing counsel. But first, let's start this meeting off, Franny Pie, with a hug. Just the two of us. Ah! Miles Edgeworth, you better not keep me waiting, lest you end up like your friend here.
Yes, I'll keep that in mind.
Franny Pie, wait for me. And Ray with that lecture walk of his.
Now then, let's go help look for Sebastian as well. If we don't hurry, Mr. Shields will probably be smelling her hair. Judge Courtney!
If it isn't Prosecutor Edgeworth, I hope all that is well. All is well.
Oh, it's not well! That's what was going on in that trial earlier!
We'll answer that question next time. Anyways, I really appreciate that you guys are going to watch this episode. You're going to be the next one. If you like me, you like, subscribe, comment, share, do as you want. Now I'll see you later. Bye.